Champa visited Beerus on his planet while Beerus was training Vegeta to transform into Ultra Ego. They decided to train Vegeta to be next god of destruction. When Champa came, he felt shivers run down his spine. Vegeta and Beerus were fight with insane power. The planet was still intact just because of Whis putting up a barrier all around its surface. Vados came to Whis and spoke. "So, you have finally found the person to be the next god of destruction." Whis said, "Yeah, it seems. There are 3 others also that are fit to be the next god of destruction, but they just aren't fit for the job." Vados said, "So, killing is not their thing. But have 4 candidates for god of destruction in one universe is a big feat for a universe to achieve." Suddenly Beerus said to Vegeta to go all out. Vegeta thought that Beerus wanted to go to all out, but in reality, he just wanted to flex in front of his brother. Beerus used his final form, and Vegeta used his most powerful form, the one he wanted to achieve while Goku was gone to defeat Cell, the ultimate Super Saiyan God. When they transformed, their power combined was enough to break the barrier. This asked Vados to lend a hand. Both immediately made a barrier from their combined power. Vados said, "Seems like Beerus has mastered his final form." Whis said, "Yeah, it happened long ago, thanks to a certain someone. That guy is stronger than Lord Beerus, and it wouldn't be wrong to say that he is stronger than many angels, but has no will to become the god of destruction." Vados said, "You guys have a mortal stronger than the most powerful destroyer." Whis said, "Yeah, and 1 other at the same level, and 2 are at the level of Beerus. One of them is Vegeta, the one sparing right now." While they were talking, Champa's jaw was dropped from the surprise that Beerus was now this powerful, and a mortal was at that level. He was so shocked he couldn't even focus on what Whis and Vados were saying. After a while their battle was over in a tie. They returned back. After returning, Beerus started to taunt Champa. Champa couldn't say anything in return. Beerus introduced Vegeta to Champa. After a little while they all had a meal, and Champa and Vados left. Vegeta reached to Beerus and asked him to come back to train and help him get Ultra Ego as promised. Beerus went back, gave him some tips, and got back to his home and slept. Both Whis and Vegeta knew that Beerus wasn't gonna wake up before 2 to 3 years now, so Whis decided to help Vegeta as much as he can in the meantime. On Earth, Gohan was training Goten and Trunks in his spare time. In this timeline also Gohan decided to go to high school and met Videl. She was as normal girl as others since Satan didn't any credit for Cell this time. Still, Gohan and Videl managed to get together. Goten and Trunks were now at the level of Buell Super Saiyan. They progressed the normal way. Their growth was equal to Goku in his past life. Till this time Goku was supposed to achieve Blue, but instead Goten and Trunks were the one on that track. They kept training all day. Bardock returned to planet Vegeta and forced Raditz to train, as he didn't want him to be weak, and somehow managed to make him Master Super Saiyan God. King Vegeta was running the planet as Goku advised him to, helping other planets in need. All the Saiyans on planet Vegeta were at the level of Super Saiyan 2 thanks to Raditz training them. In Universe 6, after returning from Beerus' place, Champa was angry on his universe low mortal power level, so he decided to strengthen his strongest warriors. He said Vados to bring Kaba, Caulifla, Kale, Hidden King Sadala to his planet. Vados managed to bring others except King Sadala. Champa needed to go to planet Sadala and gave him an offer that if he will train he will get fight the strongest Saiyans in history, and also one of them was the Prince of all Saiyan. After hearing this, King Sadala got ready to train and went to Champa planet. Caulifla was shocked to see his father there, and asked, "What are you doing here, old man? Normally you wouldn't leave that hall of yours, and leaving the planet is a whole another thing." Sadala replied, "Calm down, Caulifla. If you want to know what I'm doing here, then ask this fat cat who calls himself a god." After hearing this, Champa was getting angry, but Sadala was the one with most potential of them all, so he just bared with it. Champa told Vados to summon the Pyramid of Power at its max potential since they need more time, and then they both will train them. Vados said, "My lord, has your brother immense power made such an impact on you that you yourself are ready to train?" But Champa said, "Just shut up and let's go." Sadala, after hearing this, said, "So, this is what's all about. Well, this is between you and your brother. I'm going back." Champa said, "Yes, this is between us, but there also are 4 Saiyans and one of them is a prince. If you don't believe me, Vados show him that mortal." Vados then showed the fight between Beerus and Vegeta. Seeing how powerful Vegeta was got them all fired up, and they entered the time chamber. While training, Kale snapped and started rampaging. It took them 2 years to make her control her power. Sadala was already at Super Saiyan 3, and others only reached Super Saiyan 2. Meanwhile Hit, while training with Vados, his techniques just improved further and further. 3 years were passed. There was an explosion on Beerus' home. This said, "So my lord has finally woken up." Vegeta, who was beside him, said, Yeah, it seems so. Finally, I can show him who's stronger. Vis said. My lord will regret not getting stronger. Beerus woke up and called Vis. Vis went, and was shocked with the first thing that Beerus said to him. Beerus asked him to call others and help him train. He saw a form in his dream that he could achieve. Vis said, my lord, maybe there will be no need to call others right now. Vegeta will be enough in the meantime. Beerus asked what Vis meant, but then he saw Vegeta standing in cloths of God of Destruction. Beerus with excitement said, it seems that you have mastered the destruction energy if you are in those cloths. Vegeta with a cocky smirk said, you bet. Why not duel to test it? Beerus said, oh, so now you have enough power to have guts to mock me. Let's see you try and defeat. If I cannot win at least, I won't lose either. And they got out to fight. Beerus said, let's skip the warm-up and jump to the main battle. Vegeta said, well, that's alright with me. They both powered up. Beerus used his last form and Vegeta transformed into Ultra Ego. The battle went on for a while, but it ended up in a tie. They started training after a meal. Goku few years ago decided to go back to his Saiyan heritage instead of trying to upgrade his Ultra form and trained as much as he could along with Broly. They both achieved new forms, True Super Saiyan Blue God, and True Legendary Super Saiyan. Gohan wasn't able to get more powerful as he was busy with his studies and training with Goten and Trunks, and since they were not that powerful it didn't help him much. But now they were stuck at Blue, so Goten and Trunks decided to train with Goku since he also uses those forms. While Goku and Broly were sparing inside Time Chamber, they entered there. An energy blast was about to hit them, but Gohan was with them, so with his speed he took them away from the blast. Broly and Goku noticed, so they detransformed and went to them. Goku apologized for what just happened and asked the reason of their sudden appearance. Goten and Trunks asked him to train them, cause they couldn't get any stronger, and since Goku uses those forms maybe he will know how to progress further. Goku understood the situation and agreed. Goku remembered the form Trunks achieved against Black, but since the kid Trunks was this powerful he could get that form easily. At the same time Goku remembered about the threat of Black, so he decided to not to stand out a lot and prevent Broly from standing out too. Gohan was no problem, but Vegeta could be. Since there was still a lot of time, he will just try to hide as much as possible. Goku asked Broly to train Trunks and teach him to use the rage. Broly agreed, and inside Time Chamber they separated. Goku with Goten and Broly with Trunks. Now to present 1 year later after Goten and Trunks training at the time when Universe 6 warriors left the Pyramid of Power. They have all achieved new power. Goten has now learned Ultra Instinct Omen and Trunks has get the Super Saiyan Blue Rage. Goku told them to hide their power and no one else except Goku and Broly should know about their power. He told Broly the same when they achieved new forms. After getting out, Gohan asked if they learned anything. Goku, after leaving the time chamber, said to Gohan that they shouldn't reveal their true power unless necessary. Gohan was confused, but since it was Goku there has to be a reason, so they agreed. Champa returned to Universe 7 again while Beerus and Vegeta were training. This time, Beerus was trying his best. He was feeling that the form he saw wasn't a long way now. Just a little more and he will achieve it. Champa came to Universe 7 and called out to Beerus. They stopped and came down. Champa saw Vegeta in the cloths of a god of destruction and spoke. So, your successor is ready. Beerus said, yeah, he is, but I am not leaving being a destroyer this early. If you want to see someone else as this universe destroyer, you will need to wait at least 1,000 more years. Champa said, well, that aside for now, you are not the only one with Ultra form. Beerus asked him what he meant. Champa transformed into his own Ultra form and challenged Beerus to a battle between universes. Beerus said, our universe mortals are way too strong for your universe. Champa said, you don't worry about that. Beerus accepts the challenge and Champa leaves. What has Universe 6 got to be this confident even after seeing how powerful Vegeta was? And how will this impact our hero's new life?